So first we are going to see this theorem, perpendicular axis theorem about the moment of inertia or theorem of perpendicular axis. The name itself suggests that in this case we are using the three axes like this, x, y, z, perpendicular to each other. So if we have to find the moment of inertia about this axis, then it can be found by knowing the moment of inertia about these two axes. So these three axes are mutually perpendicular to each other like this, and therefore the name is perpendicular axis. Also, we determine the moment of inertia about the perpendicular axis, therefore the name is perpendicular axis theorem. But this theorem has one drawback, you can say limitation, and that limitation is like this. Limitation. This theorem is applicable to laminar body only. Laminar body only. So what is meant by laminar? That we have seen last year. Again, I will repeat. This theorem is applicable. It is used applicable for laminar body. For laminar body. Laminar flow. There are two types of liquid flow, laminar flow and turbulent flow. So the meaning of lamina is like this. This notebook, this logbook or our board book. All these are the example of laminar body. For example, this single page is considered as a one lamina. Then this is second lamina, third lamina, like this. If there are 20 pages, then by using this theorem, we can find moment of inertia of the first lamina I1, moment of inertia of the second lamina I2, moment of inertia of the third lamina I3, like this I1, I2, I3, I20. These moment of inertia are calculated separately, and then only you have to add I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I20. That will give the summation, will give the MI of this laminar body. So a single page of a book or notebook is considered as a lamina. So if we consider a paper like this, then it is a lamina. So what is its main property? As compared to the breadth and length, its thickness is negligibly small. So a plane surface having very small, negligibly small thickness is called as a lamina. So the meaning of lamina is very simple, and it is given like this. Definition of lamina: a plane surface having very small thickness. A plane surface having very small, negligibly small, very small thickness is called a lamina. Is called a lamina. Examples of lamina. Examples of lamina. So one example I have already given. Example 1. Paper of a book or notebook. A layer in a plywood sheet. We use the plywood sheet for furniture, making furniture or doors. So they are made by thin layer. So that layers are compressed under high pressure and we get the plywood sheet up. So it is made by number of thin layers like this. Third example, a thin foil may be made by metal or any paper. For example, we use the silver foil to wrap the food product to keep them hot. So that silver foil is again the example of the lamina. Silver foil. Then a thin section of a stain, a thin layer of onion. In laboratory, to study the cell structure, we take a thin section of a stem by using a blade, or we take a thin layer of the onion, and when it is observed under microscope, we see the cell structure. To study the cell structure, we are using this type of thin section of a stem or thin layer of a onion cell like this. Then similarly, you can give the example playing card. We use for playing 52 playing cards. Any one of the playing card, any one of them can be considered as a lamina. So this is the meaning of the lamina. Now, for this type of lamina, we have to use this perpendicular axis theorem to find the moment of inertia. And for that purpose, we are going to consider the lamina of any shape. Here we are considering the lamina of rectangular shape, but instead of that, for giving this theorem state and proof, we are using the lamina of any shape like this. So now we will see the statement, perpendicular axis theorem statement. Statement of perpendicular axis theorem. Perpendicular axis theorem. So suppose we consider this type of lamina of any shape. So it is having a very small thickness. So like a coin, the thickness is shown like this. So this is the small thickness like this. So suppose this is the point O. This is the axis perpendicular to the plane of the lamina. This is Z axis. So if we are using the lamina like this, so at this point O, this is the Z axis. So about this Z axis, we can rotate the lamina like this, or we can rotate the lamina like this. So when we rotate the body about the Z axis, it will have moment of inertia. It is denoted by Iz. Moment of inertia about the Z axis. Now the remaining two axes are like this. They are mutually perpendicular to each other and they are also perpendicular to the Z axis. So this is the X axis. If the lamina is rotated about this axis, then this moment of inertia is denoted by Ix. And then the third axis is the Y axis. This is the Y axis. So if the lamina is rotated about this axis, this moment of inertia is denoted by Iy. So Ix, Iy, Iz are the moment of inertia about the three mutually perpendicular axes. Out of these three axes, one axis is perpendicular to the plane of the lamina, and remaining two axes are lying in the plane of lamina and they are also mutually perpendicular to each other and intersecting each other where the perpendicular axis cut the lamina. म्हणजे एक्स वाय झेड ॲक्सिस कसे बी घेऊन चालणार नाही, त्याला कंडिशन आहे. दे आर म्युच्युअली परपेंडिक्युलर इच अदर. आउट ऑफ देम वन इज परपेंडिक्युलर टू द प्लेन ऑफ द लॅमिना लाईक दिस. Remaining two axes are in the plane of lamina. One axis is like this, other axis is like this. So these two axes are perpendicular to each other and they intersect each other at this point where the perpendicular axis cut the lamina. या तिघांचा पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन एक्स वाय झेड ॲक्सिसचा परपेंडिक्युलर पॉइंट ऑफ इंटरसेक्शन जो आहे तो कॉमन असला पाहिजे आणि तो पॉईंट आपण फिगरमध्ये ओ घेतलेला आहे. सो द मॅथमॅटिकल स्टेटमेंट बिटवीन दीज थ्री मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया इज लाईक दिस. I will give mathematical statement. The moment of inertia about the perpendicular axis IZ is equal to Ix plus Iy. This is the mathematical statement. This is the mathematical statement. Now you have to give the statement in word. The statement of the x y z axis कुठंच हे शब्द येऊ द्यायचे नसतात. So the statement is like this. I will start from left hand side. The mi of a lamina about the axis perpendicular to its plane is equal to, is given by the sum, this is addition means sum, the sum of mi of the lamina about two mutually perpendicular axes lying in the plane of lamina and intersecting each other where the perpendicular axis cut the plane of the lamina. म्हणजे एक्स वाय झेड ॲक्सिसच्या कंडिशन नीट लक्षात घ्या. झेड ॲक्सिस इज परपेंडिक्युलर टू द प्लेन ऑफ द लॅमिना. एक्स अँड वाय ॲक्सिस आर इन द प्लेन ऑफ लॅमिना. एक्स अँड वाय ॲक्सिस आर परपेंडिक्युलर टू ईच अदर ऑल्सो. They are also perpendicular to z axis and x and y axis intersect each other at a point where the z axis cut each other. So if this is x axis, if this is y axis, then x and y axis intersect each other at this point and that point coincides with the point of intersection of the z axis with the lamina. So the statement is very lengthy, but you have to write down it carefully. So I will write down the statement by using this mathematical statement. Mi of a lamina, plain lamina, about an axis perpendicular to its plane is given by, is equal to sum of mi of lamina about two mutually perpendicular axis lying in the plane of lamina so remember the condition mi of the lamina about two mutually perpendicular axes. So x and y axis are mutually perpendicular to each other and they are lying in the plane of lamina and intersecting each other at a point O point is at a point where the perpendicular axis cuts or intersects the plane of the lamina. म्हणजे जिथे हा झेड ॲक्सिस कट होईल इंटरसेक्ट करेल लॅमिनाला त्याच पॉईंटला हे दोघे ॲक्सिस पण इंटरसेक्ट व्हायला पाहिजे. So now what to give the proof, and for that purpose we are using integration method, and for integration method we know the procedure. Whatever may be the body of regular shape or irregular shape, divide the body into the n number of element of equal masses. Number of element is very very large, therefore mass of each element is very very small, therefore it is denoted by dm like this. Divide the lamina into n number of small element of equal masses. dm is equal to total mass of the body upon number of element is equal to mass of each element. Consider a single element. Of mass dm situated at point pxy at distance r from OZ axis. तर फिगर मध्ये आपण आता तो एलिमेंट दाखवणार. सो दिस इज द say point P where the P point has coordinate xy. It is lying in the xy plane. Here a mass dm is kept and it is at perpendicular distance r from the OZ axis. आपली सिच्युएशन याप्रमाणे. If this is a lamina, then this is the point O. So this is the OZ axis, Z axis. So here we have considered the element. So this distance from the OZ axis is this distance is r. So OP is equal to r. OP is equal to r. So P point has coordinate xy. So if we draw perpendicular from this P, then this angle is 90 degree. So this intersect at point M. So if this is the x coordinate, then this is equal to x, like this. So this is the right angle triangle. Now, if we draw perpendicular on y-axis, so this point is N. So this is y point. So this is y, therefore this is also y. This angle is also 90 degree. This is x, therefore this is also x. So Pm is equal to x is equal to On. Oh, sorry. Pn is equal to y. Pm is equal to y, and this is equal to x, like this. So perpendicular distance of the element of mass dm from z axis is r, from x axis is y, from y axis is x. So we know the perpendicular distances of the element from the x, y, z axis like this. From z axis, from y means from x axis, and this is from y axis, like this. Now we have to prove this statement. So we have considered this single element of mass dm situated at point P. So its moment of inertia when the lamina rotates about the z axis in this direction, then this element dm will also rotate in this direction. So its moment of inertia is denoted by di. Let di is equal to mi of dm about OZ axis, and therefore di is equal to mass dm into OP square, perpendicular distance from the Z axis, is equal to dm upon r square. So this is equation E. So this is the mi of the single element upon dm rotating about the Z axis at distance r. Iz is equal to mi of whole lamina about Z axis. Therefore, it is obtained by integrating di. It is obtained by integrating dm into OP square. Therefore, Iz is equal to dm into integration of dm into r square. So this is equation 1. This is Iz. Similarly, we can give the value of Ix and Iy. Ix is equal to mi of lamina about x-axis. So this is equal to integration of dm into square of perpendicular distance. The x-axis पासून the perpendicular distance म्हणजे pm square, and this is equal to integration of dm into y square. So Ix is equal to integration of dm into y square. This is equation 2. Iy is equal to mi of the lamina about the y. Mi of the lamina about the y axis. So it is given by integration of di, integration of mass of the element multiplied by square of perpendicular distance. The y axis पासून the perpendicular distance म्हणजे हे pn square, and therefore Iy is equal to integration of dm into x square. So this is the equation 3. So these are the values of Ix, Iy and Iz. A single element is rotating about Z axis, about x axis, about y axis, and its moment of inertia are different because the perpendicular distances from the x, y, z axis are different. So the relationship between x, y and r can be calculated by using the Pythagoras theorem. हे दोघे right angle triangle कुठला पण यूज करू शकतो आपण. So if we use this triangle OPM, then this is the hypotenuse. So r square is equal to x square plus y square. हा यूज केला तरी चालेल. So in right angle triangle OPM by Pythagoras theorem, OP square is equal to OM square plus PM square, and therefore r square is equal to x square plus y square, or you can arrange y square plus x square, addition with the law of combination. So this is equation B. So put B in equation 1. Put B in equation 1. So Iz, moment of inertia about the z axis, is equal to integration of dm into r square is equal to integration of dm into r square is substituted as y square plus x square. Now we know the simple rule for integration and derivative. Integration of sum is equal to sum of the integration. म्हणजे दोन इंटिग्रेशन आपल्याला सेपरेट लिहावं लागतील. plus, so first integration is dm y square, second integration is dm x square, like this. So this value dm y square, it is nothing but equation 2. This integration of dm x square, it is nothing but equation 3. So using 2 and 3, using 2 and 3, we get either is equal to ix plus iy. So this is the proof. The moment of inertia of a lamina about the z-axis is equal to sum of the moment of inertia about the x and y-axis. X and y-axis are lying in the plane of lamina. They are perpendicular to each other and they are intersecting each other at the same point where the z-axis cut the lamina. So x, y, z-axis have the same point of intersection. They intersect each other at the same point like this. So this is the perpendicular axis theorem. या थेरमचा यूज आपल्याला डिस्क आणि रिंगसाठी बऱ्याच वेळा करता येणार आहे लक्षात. सो वी हॅव डिराइव्ड द एक्सप्रेशन फॉर द डिस्क अँड रिंग. So using this perpendicular axis theorem, we can find the moment of inertia about the diameter. So in application, we will see these two cases: mi of the ring about the diameter and mi of the disc about the diameter. It can be calculated by using this perpendicular axis theorem. So we have divided this lecture into the two parts. One part was that moment of inertia of the thin uniform disc, and this next part is the theorem of perpendicular axis. Now theorem of parallel axis, then angular momentum, law of conservation of angular momentum, that part we will see in the next lecture. Okay, we will stop here today.